pop out words, yeah, we call those words like, whoa, they're surprised, like they're just popping out of nowhere. I didn't know the kid knew the word elbow. Wow, that's exciting. But then we don't hear it again, or we don't hear it for a while. And it can cause worry for a lot of parents and think, oh, they're regressing or what's wrong, you know what I mean? And so those pop up words or pop out words are typical. They're expected for young children who are on track for their speech developmental skills and for kids that are behind. And the thing is that kids who are behind are going to go through the same process that a typical developing child would, but it's a little delayed or a little bit slower than expected, which is okay, which is why we're doing this extra learning and extra teaching with this course. So if you hear a word and it doesn't really come back for a while, don't freak out. You can celebrate that word. Janique's suggestion was great, to write down that word and make it part of a daily practice. So she pulled out a picture of herself. That was a great idea. I love to use photo albums, or just even going through the photos in my phone with one of my nephews. Who's that? Let's see. Oh, I know that person. His name is Grandpa. And I'm practicing and getting the child to look at my face too. Oh, that's Grandpa, Papa, or something, you know what I mean? And that's a special bonding time as well. So looking, Liz, at the list that you told me of words you've heard, Mama, Dada, you already said that he'll scream your name when he really needs your attention. So he's using Mama meaningfully, as in he's calling you by that name. Is Dada also a name that he's using?
Yeah, but it's not as consistent.
Not as consistent. Okay. And you said ball, water, and the number 3. And when you say not as consistent, is it like tell me a little bit more like about not as consistent? Like, will you ask him, who is this? Pointing to Dada, and he won't say it, or he just stops saying it on his own and he just kind of cries and grunts and points.
Um, like if I, for example, if I'll point to the ball
Yeah.
and I'll say like ball. Some days he'll say ball, and then other days he like won't
Uh-huh.
say the word. But I can, if I ask him like, oh, can I get the ball? He'll bring me the ball.
Great. So you know he
Um,
understands, you know he remembers.
yeah, he just doesn't say it.
Mhm.
The same, I guess I would even say with mama, sometimes if he wants something, I guess he has to reach like a level of like super frustration, and then he'll say like
Ah,
my name. But if he just like wants something, he'll like just grab my hand, and
right.
um it's not like he's consistently saying, oh mommy, like um no.
Yeah. Okay. So there's 2 things that I'm thinking of here. One is that words are hard for him right now. So this is the difficult thing that he probably isn't very motivated. Motivation is the second thing that I'm thinking of. So for mama and dada, for example, and this is common, is for really attentive parents that are, great parents, the child doesn't need to say their name, mama and dada, all the time to get what they need, to get what they want, to get attention. The grabbing, the pulling, the pointing is working for him. So, as you'll learn in my course, one of the ways to get a child to talk more is kind of for parents to do less. It's kind of for the parents to kind of pull back and wait a little bit and encourage the child to try this thing that's really hard, which is going to take some motivation. And you'll learn more about that in the course. So for mama example, let's say that there's a tickle game or a peekaboo that you guys really like to play, and that's motivating for him. and you're wanting to practice the word mama and encourage that because that's your name and that's special to hear. Um, it's easy to just like go for that tickle game and not require anything from the child. Tickle, 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 and then they laugh and you just go ahead and do it again. What you'll learn in the course is to pull back and wait a little bit. So if I were playing with my nephew, I'd be like tickle, 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 and pull back and wait for him to show me some sort of sign that he's interested, right? He's looking at me, smiling, and oh, you're wanting me to play. You're wanting Kayla. Maybe I'm practicing my name, like you'd be practicing your name. And then I'd be waiting and looking expectantly. Kayla, ready? You try it and point to my mouth and maybe touch his mouth. Kayla. Now, Kayla is a harder word than mama. So, mama, you already know he can do it. You're encouraging him to do it when, like, in a way to request more from you. And when it's not just on his own when he feels like it, it's for a back and forth kind of thing. So, to get the tickles, you have to say mama. And that's not going to work right away, most likely. But he'll get that, oh man, like I really have to do tickles to like try and say mama. Even if he gave you a little or a ma, I would count that as a win and tickle, tickle, tickle and reward. So there's actually a section coming up where I'm going to talk about mama and dada and how to get a child to say those words more often. But in general, throughout the course, you're going to hear, oh, if I want my kid to do things that are hard, I actually have to stop doing it for them or wait and see what they do on their own. Because kids know like, oh, I'll just do the minimal effort and I'll probably still get the tickles or whatever. So that's one thing. And then Janique again mentioned like practicing them daily and using pictures. So that's one thing.